appointments with listings to leads. And we're going to do our weekly Facebook call right now. And we've got some new, I don't know if you're on our mastermind group. You may have seen me post that I'm going to show you some new stuff that's actually coming out tomorrow. It's super cool and meant to go kind of in combination with seller lead generation. And we're starting to realize that there's a lot of opportunity for all of us to market to our farms, even with print. And we certainly have a strength in using Facebook and advertising. So we'll look at that in a minute. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually pull us into the account, and I'm going to jump right into running an ad because I don't know a lot of you. I recognize a couple names, and you know our videos are always really long, and it takes forever to find out what it is you're actually trying to get to. We're about to do some little changes on the UI to make it a little bit simpler. You'll see it coming up in the next couple weeks or a couple days here. And then we're going to do a lot of new training short videos so that you can get your answer in like 2 minutes instead of 60 minutes. But let me log into my account, and maybe this will work, and let's get into the Facebook discussion. Now, first of all, on this pop-up, if you haven't seen it, Shannon Pyatt here, we recorded a webinar with him, I think last summer, okay? Or maybe it was the beginning of this year, I forget. Time just keeps flying. I think it might have been the beginning of this year. And that's right, because Shannon joined us last summer on a call just like this with one of our clients, learned what we were doing, perfected how to do it, and in January came on a call with us and had generated like 900 leads, and he's generating hundreds of leads every month. So you got to watch this. And even more also relevant to this thing here, let me point out something over here. Shannon emailed us last week, or it might have been this week. It was last week. And he said, hey, 90% of his new business is coming from dominating Facebook with our tools. And so you gotta just pay attention. I know you're all busy, but Shannon's a smart guy. We got clients emulating this and replicating this strategy. So learn the strategy. That's the point, right? So right here, you can watch what he's doing. He's doing the same thing, okay? Right here on the left-hand side is a page on Facebook. I'm going to click it real quick. It says Facebook advertising. There are two things to see here, okay? It takes a little bit for things to move because my computer's running all kinds of stuff here. Link number 2 shows you how to place an ad on Facebook. We're actually going to do that in about 60 seconds here, but I want you to just see that that's how I'm going to show you step by step on click here, link number 2, and then right here is a video, and this shows you how to create the seller lead generation landing page and how to customize it. I saw somebody saying today I got a bunch of clicks but nobody filled it out, and did usually the first thing I see is, you didn't even take the minute to upload a picture in the background, and that is so critical to generating a good amount of leads. So that's right there on the green button. If we go back to our home page, Facebook advertising, and right here is our Facebook mastermind group. If you're not on it, you should get on it. Lots of great ideas, and this is like the fastest place where we communicate what's new and what's happening. So now the next couple minutes here, I'm actually going to take us and go right to Facebook and run an ad, okay? So I'm not going to show you how to create it or customize it. I'm going to show you how to run an ad first. Then I'm going to show you the new tools that are coming out tomorrow, I think, regarding this new letter for marketing to your farm. And then you'll get a quick glance at that. And then I'm going to open it up for questions, and let's talk about what's working, what's not working. Okay, and I'll talk a little bit about customization at that point. So first of all, we go to the landing page tab. When we're talking about seller lead generation, we really want to go to the landing page tab. When you're talking about marketing listings to get more buyers, you can use some of these landing pages, but you can also use some of our core tools like our listing landing page, our single property website, of course our open house stuff, things like that. If you watch the Shannon call, you'll see exactly how that's happening. But over here, if you hover over it, you'll see that we've got property valuation +1, property valuation plus, If it has the word plus in the button, that means that there's a Zillow valuation built into it. So it's good and it's a well-designed page to actually get people to fill out the information. Then we got property valuation 2, which has a different kind of look. We've got things for empty nesters that maybe they need to get out of their home because it's just too big now. So all kinds of stuff to capture seller leads. And I'm just going to take us over here to property valuation plus 1, or just plus, right? This is the one that I like. And I got this updated here, so I'm going to click See Landing Page. And we'll give it a second to kind of boot up. And right here, this is a landing page, right? And like I said, there's a handful of them. So you choose the one that you want. And one thing that I would recommend to all of you, because I speak to so many of you, and for some reason, you don't feel confident enough to type in an address in that box and click go. But if you're going to use a page and market it in front of people, fill out the form first and see what happens. See what that response, that auto response is like. See what your lead looks like. Because I know so many of you just rather just email us and call us and ask the questions, but the answer's right on the page. So on the top of this page is a website URL. It starts with searchallproperties.com/property valuation, and it just goes and goes. And you copy this. Okay, now we're talking about what to do with this right on Facebook, right? How do I get it on Facebook? So I'm going to go over here, and when you go to Facebook, there's a blue navigation bar. Up on the top right is a triangle pointing down. Click that, and you get a menu, and you want to click on Create Ads. Okay? And while that's baking, we'll just hang out a second, and I'll tell you, go check out all the pages, look at all the landing pages, and wow, what is this? Totally new. Things change all the time on the internet and Facebook too. I've never seen this little circle here. Preparing your new ad account. Connecting to your pages. This is great. Not what I was expecting, but we'll see what it is. This is what I recognize. And so here are the objectives. And sometimes I've seen it look different for people. But what you want to do here, your objective is to send people to your website. Okay? So you click that. And it moves to the left. It gives you a little box on the right. And just to be clear, we're not sending people to your website. We're sending them to the landing page that we just copied. Okay? So I'm going to click paste. And you can see I click the blue thing there, and it pushes the link in there, and then this little wheel starts spinning. And that means it sees it, and then you click continue. Okay? And then it starts to do the rest of its thing. So let's wait and get into it. The next section, it says create your ad account. And that's all normal stuff, right? That's not sort of default. But the real power behind a Facebook ad is this section right here. Who do you want to reach? And there is not a more effective, cheaper, faster way to reach your target market than the way I'm going to show you right now. So if you recall, my page is focused on getting people in Lafayette. Okay? So who do I want to target? Right here in the box underneath the United States, I'm going to type in Lafayette. And right there it says Lafayette, California. Okay? So let's click that. And it kind of shows you this map. But we got to pay attention to something right here. Whenever errors occur, I'm going to kind of walk through and tell you the errors, right? You know, like I said, there was somebody on our mastermind group said, oh, I posted something, but I didn't get any leads. And you know, that happens. And here's one of the things. Lafayette plus 25 miles is the default. So my page only speaks to Lafayette. And you can see this circle here that San Francisco falls in 25 miles, Vallejo, San Lorenzo, and you know what? These places are not Lafayette. My page only talks about Lafayette. So we want to change that radius from 25 to no radius, okay? What that means is if the person lives in Lafayette and is on Facebook, they're going to see this ad, okay? They don't have to like your page. They don't have to be a personal friend of yours. Nothing. They have to be on Facebook and live in Lafayette. That's it. And that makes sense. That's who I want to see my Lafayette property valuation page, right? Now, if you're going to run this ad to showcase an open house, or you're going to say, I got something just listed, or I've got something that just closed, or under contract, or here's my virtual tour, I'd say do Lafayette plus 10 miles out, right? Because I want the people in the neighboring towns to know I'm a real estate agent. And that's really the power. So Aaron from the Got Objections group was on today asking us on our, what do we do to generate seller leads? It's not one thing, it's many things. It's let everybody 10 miles around you know that you're in real estate, and you do it multiple times with running ads for like $1 a day, right? The other thing here is this age bracket. Now, I live in Lafayette. I'm in Northern California, Bay Area. I can tell you these homes they're pricey. Nobody under 30 years old owns a home in Lafayette. Okay, I'm just going to ballpark that. You're going to know your market. Minimum probably 21 years old. You don't want kids to see this and be clicking on it because you're paying for clicks, and that's no help. There are other demographic stuff. You can actually target homeowners. I usually don't tell people to do that. We do have some clients that say they have great results out of that. And I don't know where the data set's from, but I know that when I'm talking to clients and they have issues and they're not getting their leads, I just say run it like this, and then it starts working. The other thing is here, and this is really important, is how much do you want to spend? My daily budget. Now, right now we're running a property valuation ad. We want people to click that ad and get on that page and fill out that form. So for me, I tell people minimum $10 to $20 a day. When I talk to people, I just tell them to do 20 bucks a day, okay? And when we do 20 bucks a day, we're only doing it for 3 days. So you click this button here and you choose your start and end date. And it's going to start today, right now. And it always pushes you out a month, so make sure you're going to sort of manage that. So that's today. I'm going to end it on Friday. And that's good. And I want you guys to understand something, because this conversation pops up on our mastermind group. There are a lot of, we always say to run it for 3 days, 4 days, right? Something like that. Because you got to test, you got to see if your language is working, you got to see if your picture's working. But one thing that also is really relevant, depending on wherever you are in the country, and I don't have the answer for every city in this country, but sometimes weekends work better and sometimes weekdays work better. You're going to have to figure it out because it's your market, right? So you bracket it on the days, you run it 10 to 20 bucks a day. That's a fixed amount. You're not going to spend more than that, and that's what it is, okay? Now right here it says, what do you want your ad to look like? And I'm going to jump down real quick. And this is actually what my ad's going to look like right here, okay? It's going to be on the desktop feed, and it starts right now, it says find out your home value in Lafayette, and then Lafayette homes value, and here's this picture. Now, if you want, up here, it says single image or video ads, or do you want multiple images? And these are great things to do. Multiple images is really one of the easier things, and it's really effective on Facebook. And that means, you see here, I've got a picture of this reservoir, right? This big little lake here in Lafayette. And everybody in Lafayette knows this because everybody walks their dogs and their kids, and it's 2.5 miles. Everybody needs to be healthy. If you live in Lafayette, you know that reservoir. Even if you live 5 miles away, you know that reservoir. And that's one of the big major deals of a successful ad on Facebook is, did you take 60 seconds to get an image that is relevant to your market, or did you run with our just default suburban street scene? Because that doesn't really work well all the time. And people like Shannon Pyatt and Melanie Banks and our folks from Coldwell Banker, Summit, Fred Schmidt, they've taken time to get pictures that resonate to their local community. And when you do that, people click on it. And when they click on it, they realize, oh, this is good. I know this. It's making me feel comfortable. I'm going to fill out that form. So this multiple image area, you can actually put different images. here in Lafayette, we've got a really beautiful town, small town, right? 25,000 people. There's some nice areas where there are restaurants. There's the downtown street. There's even Mount Diablo. There's just all kinds of great stuff that if I saw it, I'd know this person knows Lafayette, right? And so you might want to take a couple minutes and put those sorts of things. Now, the other thing that's really, really important is this default language, right? This text here that I just highlighted is the exact same text here, okay? And while this is, whatever, uh, it's, it looks good. Let me give you an idea of something that's better. And one thing that we're seeing that works is changing this language to say something like click here to get your automated, sorry, I got people walking outside of my office and I don't need a distraction. Just trying to figure something out. Just trying to finish typing this. Automated. Come on. Come on. Online. You'll see what I'm trying to get to, but it's important. It's this because so much stuff is running. It just goes slow. Online valuation in less than 15 seconds. So this is really kind of critical here. Changing that language, and this really speaks to human nature and what we're doing here, which is online lead generation, okay? One thing that everybody knows, you guys are in real estate, you're in marketing, you realize that getting online leads is it's not cake. It's not super easy. If it was, you wouldn't be talking to us. But one thing that we know, and you probably know, is that people do not want to talk to you, right? You got listings on the internet, you got all kinds of stuff with your name and phone number, but your phone is not ringing off the hook because nobody wants to talk to you, right? When I go shopping for pants at Macy's, I got somebody asking me for help. No, I just want to look. I kind of know how to buy pants, right? Same thing. So here, this message is telling people you're going to get your answer in 15 seconds. It's automated, it's online, you don't have to talk to me. And that's a really powerful message. We've done others for some of our clients who do some things like, hey, 21 homes sold in your neighborhood last month. That's going to impact your value. Get your answer here. Okay? So, just so you know, here it says sponsored by Listings to Leads. This is going to be sponsored by your business page. So I just want you to know that. Another thing that people come at, to our group and they say, oh, I got 50 clicks on mobile, but I got no leads. That is a learning experience, people. If people are clicking your ad on mobile and not filling it out, you know what that means? Don't run your ad on mobile, okay? And I actually have said that for a long time, but I'm going to click this remove, and that's going to remove it from mobile. And what that means, and there's an upside and a downside to that, okay? Mobile means a smartphone. And you know where I'm always looking at my smartphone? In line, when I'm getting a cup of coffee, when I'm standing around and talking to people, I'm looking at my smartphone. And if I click on that, you're paying for that click. So you might want to think about when you're using mobile. I'll also tell you this. I've had clients say, I get like a ton of leads between 6 and 7 on a Sunday morning, like super early in the morning. And you know when mobile applies then? On your iPad or your tablet and stuff like that. Because people are sitting at home, somebody's making breakfast, somebody's watching TV, and somebody's just scrolling through, and you miss that mobile opportunity. So think about what you're doing here, and then once you've got your strategy straight, you can add it, you can remove mobile, you place that ad. At the end of the 3 to 4 days, Facebook is going to tell you how many clicks, and you're going to see from us how many leads you got, and if you need to tweak something, you know what you need to tweak. You need to look at that picture. You need to think of that language. You got to think, am I mobile? Am I not? Is my budget right? And is my target area right? These are the only things that can go wrong with running a Facebook ad. Okay? And if you're not looking at these things, I'm going to point you to this video and tell you to look at these things. So that's that. Now, this is when we're trying to get listings. And this is great. And a lot of you look at, you hear about this, you hear about the success, and you see it, you see competitors in your market, and you get into listings to leads and you're excited, and you go over here to the home page and you see, oh, great. Oh, no. Sorry. Okay, good. That looked like a scary internet hiccup. Hopefully I got my video running. So, it's easy to run a Facebook ad, right? It's actually, we just did it. This green button here shows you how to do it. The landing pages are right here, and many of you log in. That's what you're looking for. You throw it out there, and you get good results, or you don't get good results. But I'm going to tell you like what's going on with how our clients who are generating hundreds of leads and getting great business, like Shannon, who said, hey, I got 90% of my new business is coming from you. He is not only running seller landing pages. He's going to the listing section, and I'm going to go to listings. And you can do this whether it's your own listings or not. Shannon has a lot of listings, so he's doing this. And I'm going to show you the kinds of tools that our clients use. So when you run a property valuation, yeah, you're running it in your market. For me, it's Lafayette, right? It's my local market. I want everybody to know. But I also want everybody to know that I'm a real estate agent. And how are they going to know that unless I'm telling them, right? Unless I'm getting it in front of their face. And that's when I'm going to show you that thing that Shannon just put again. But we've got tools here. I'm going to click this single property website. And you should have seen these, and hopefully you've seen these. But this is a single property website. It's got you, it's got a home, and here it says coming soon. Now, if you can mark it coming soon, great. But what's really important is you want the consumers, your target market, to understand that you actually have homes coming soon. You have open houses. You have homes under contract, right? And of course, just sold. You see this big red banner here, coming soon. You can always change the status on your properties by clicking the edit listing button, this first button, and change the status. I've got homes over here that are just sold, right? I've got a home here that's active contingent. If I click this button over here under the listing landing page, let's look at that. This is the landing page that's designed to capture buyer leads, right? Looks awesome, right? It's just an awesome looking tool. Somebody, I don't know what person today said, oh yeah, the tools don't look good. These tools look awesome. And I know for most agents, they're better than they're ever going to find. But that's just how it is. Maybe you haven't figured it out yet, and you'll get there. But this is a great way to tell people, because where it says active contingent, that could say coming soon. It could say just sold. It could say open house. This is designed to capture a lead. You copy this link, you put it on Facebook, you run an ad for $1 to $2 a day, and this time you can run it for 3 or 4 or 5 days. If you got open houses, by all means, you need to tell people you got open houses. And they see this for a couple bucks a day, and that's where Shannon, and that's where a few of our clients have come back over and over. Let's see if I can pull this up. I can't, but we actually looked at it. Shannon's saying 90% of his buyers are his new business, so that's buyers and sellers, are coming from Facebook, from our tools on Facebook. And it's partly because the tools are capturing the leads, but he also says it in the message. Well, maybe I'll pull it up a little bit again later. You can look up my name, Meza, Vincent Meza, in our mastermind group, or you can look up Shannon Pyatt's name in the mastermind group, and you'll see that I just wrote something a couple days ago, and he responded. He said, yeah. He said, people are seeing me all over Facebook. And that's because he's running ads for all of his listings for $1 a day. Sometimes it's a single property website. Sometimes it's a listing landing page. If you don't have 10 listings, borrow some. right? Maybe you're marketing somebody's open house. Maybe you see something just sold. Maybe you helped a buyer, right? And you want to market that story too, do it. Because for $1 a day throughout the month, thousands of people see this. And I don't know where you guys are, and I don't know how long you've been in real estate, but I don't know if any of you have thousands of people seeing that you are a real estate agent every month. Hopefully you can answer that question for yourself. Are thousands of people recognizing that you're a real estate agent? Or are you in a phone book or buried on the internet where nobody can see it? Because Facebook can change that, and with these tools, you can totally change that. So you need to incorporate marketing listings throughout the week so that when you lob out the $20 a day ad for property valuation, people are familiar with you, they're familiar with your brand, they're familiar with the fact that you are associated with real estate. So when it's time for them to say, yeah, I want to know what my home's worth, I'm going to go to the person that I see every day on Facebook who's a real estate agent, right? That's what's happening with Shannon Pyatt. That's what we want you all to be doing, okay? You determine your budget, you manage the things you're going to do. All these tools are great to get out there, right? Do not, please, guy, I just saw somebody today and I threw her a link to get on our call. Don't throw a link to a YouTube video on Facebook because there's no lead capture there. Don't throw a link to your listing on Zillow or Trulia, in my opinion, because if they capture a lead, while you might get it, 3 or 4 other agents are going to get that same lead. And also a link to your MLS. MLSs are great for transferring information. They are almost close to zero in terms of capturing a lead. So if you want leads, post a tool out there that's going to capture a lead for you, okay? Again, here's our single property website. I showed you the listing landing page for I think the same property, but you can see here that I got multiple ways of capturing leads. Get the sales price, schedule a showing, what is your home worth, search all homes. These links can be pointing right to your website. So there are multiple ways for you to interact with the consumer. Just get your strategy straight. Market listings and market property valuation pages, both throughout the month, right? You don't need to spend 20 bucks a day on property valuation pages throughout the month. That's a ton of money. But you want to get some listings out there to let everybody know that you're there, okay? So right now, everybody, if you've got questions, put them in the panel. That's really the story there. We looked at the new tool. I'm going to go over to our page and see if I can pull up that Shannon deal one more time. So if you got questions, now is the time. I'm going to sip some water in the meantime. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you this. So before I go to that Shannon story. So you remember how I said you can post a single property website and stuff like that. That's when you're pushing with pay-per-click, right? But this ad right here is actually another way to work with Facebook, and it's free. And this is the default stuff that automatically goes to your mailbox. So I want to point that out because so many people hear about landing pages, they hear about what to do, and you know, we got a ton of tools. If you haven't figured that out, your head isn't spinning, that's good for you. But a lot of people know we got a ton of tools here. And one of the things that we want to make sure that's happening is that you're using our core tools. And here's this property, it says JS, it means it's just sold. And we've got flyers and Facebook ads. And Facebook, you know, when we click that, it shows us, I'm going to kind of take us through the process. These tools get emailed to you whenever they're relevant. So if you're home, if you have an open house, click the edit listing button, change it to open house. If the home gets sold or pending or under contract, change the status so that this sold tool and these pending tools and open houses show up in your mailbox. Now I'm going to click view on just sold here. And you are probably receiving these. And some of you use them and some of you don't know what in the world is going on here. So I'm going to explain what in the world's going on here. What we want is for you to forward this tool to your client, your listing client. this one and the e-flyer, and pick up the phone and call them and tell them, hey, do me a favor and copy what's between the red lines and go to your Facebook ad, your Facebook page. Okay, client? Go there and post it on your page. And all they got to do is go there and right click and paste. I already did it before we got on the call, but I want to explain to you what's going on here. First of all, when I post this, and I did this right before the call started, it says listings to leads. But really the gist of it is it's talking about me, the real estate agent, and it says our home just sold. We want to recommend Vincent at L2L Realty for doing an excellent job. And if you need any help, call him or email him. So this is a pre-written testimonial designed for Facebook, okay? This is automatically flowing to you. It can automatically go to your seller, but get it to your seller and call them and say, hey, please do this. We have tools like this from coming soon to just listed to open house to under contract, active contingent, and just sold. And the reason we do this is that if your clients, friends and families and colleagues see these tools with your name, they're going to understand that you're a real estate agent, right? And while we all love online lead generation, I think we all love referrals a lot more. And this is an automated way for you to build a group of referrals. And where else are you going to see more people? Where are clients going to see you more than on Facebook? If you don't know this, 71% of adults in the United States as of November of 2014 are on Facebook. Not teenagers, adults. Your clients, friends and family and colleagues are most likely communicating on email and Facebook. Bottom line, right? And we designed tools to talk about you to get to them, okay? So take advantage of that. It's automatically getting created. It's branded. It's got tons of lead generation. When it gets in your mailbox, take that 15 seconds to read the instructions and follow the instructions. It works awesome. So I got some questions here. I appreciate the questions. Thanks a lot. Let me get through them. Have you heard of people posting a Facebook for a cent cost per click? Yeah, I have heard that. Well, actually, I haven't heard 1 penny. That's pretty low. But let me explain to you something about that. And so when you see Shannon, I told you at the beginning of the call, watch the Shannon Pyatt video. And you'll see that he runs ads for $1 a day. He gets 7 cents a click. And here's the reason why. When you have a consistent high budget on Facebook, Facebook starts tweaking the algorithms and recognizes you're like a preferred customer. If you run an ad, let's say, Nathan, you're brand new to us, you're brand new to a Facebook ad. You've never run a Facebook ad. For any of you, if you've never run a Facebook ad, your cost per click is going to fall somewhere between 50 and 80 cents a click. So if you watch Shannon's video that's on our page, and you hear him say, oh, I run this for $1 a day. Well, he's getting 7 cents a click, so that's a lot of clicks for $1. But you're only getting 50 to 85 cents a click. So for $1 a day, you're going to get 1 or 2 clicks, and then you're going to come back and say, I didn't get many leads, right? That's how that thing works. Is a single property website truly mobile friendly? It doesn't look great on my phone. God, but Bettina, I look at these all the time, and yeah, they are mobile friendly. Let's see. Do you recommend running ads from my real estate business page or setting up a community page? We talked a little bit about community pages a few months ago, and some people do run community pages, and I think I would just test it out. People like Shannon and Melanie, who are 2 clients that really had a ton of success here, they don't have community pages. They got their big smiley face there, and it says like the Shannon Pyatt Marketing Group or whatever, and he's killing it. So I don't know. I think there are a few ways to do this. You got to test out and see what's going on. Sometimes community pages work great. Sometimes it's not necessary. What I don't like doing, and I don't like seeing, is when agents like you do many things at once. Do one thing well and then scale that. Test it, make sure you know what you're doing, then scale it up. Don't run out the gate in 5 different directions, because I'm pretty sure none of you can maintain that. Do these ads show in your news feed or just as an advertisement on the right side? So Jacqueline, they th- there are when underneath the picture where we were where I said to go mobile and not mobile, there's something there that says sidebar, right? And so you can actually have it show on the sidebar or not, but by default it shows in the news feed, and that's the most powerful place. I've told people for a long time, don't even bother with the sidebar. Me, I've been on the internet since the internet was created, and I don't even look at those things. You know, I've been on this stuff long enough to know, like, that's paid ads, and I don't even look. But in the news feed, I'm forced to look. And so I think that's, test it, see what works for you, and go from there. Also, it takes a while to load as it is an internet address as opposed to a tiny URL. Yeah, okay, that's great. Good to know. Uh, Nora Skeet, I am using other agents' leads. I think you mean listings. So when I reach 10, I delete listings. Yeah. So as not to go over, is that bad? What really happens? I thought some time ago there was another option. No, Norma, there is no other option. If you have an account for 10 listings, you can only keep 10 listings in the account. Also, when the listings are not my own, how do I access the property videos besides the property photos besides single property website? I don't know. How do you get the photos? If it's not your own, first of all, if you want to borrow somebody's listings, there is a button that says grab active listing. And if that listing is on Trulia, you can drop in the zip code and the MLS ID, and we'll pull it in with the photos. If you need high quality photos, you're gonna have to find those somewhere. We're not holding those, right? That's not ours. I will say this though, for any of you that are on that are if you've got nice properties, or even if you got not so nice properties, if you upload photographs, the quality in the virtual tours look phenomenal. I mean, there's some super luxury look of virtual tour options when you upload large scale photos. When your listings are coming in from a feed like ListHub or KWLS or however, right, grabbing them, those are smaller photos compressed by the MLS. So, they still look good, they still capture leads, but if you really want it to look kind of incredible, do a manual upload of those photos. It's really great. So that's kind of the Facebook story, guys. I think what I want you all to remember is if you want really awesome results in seller lead generation, you got to combine your activities with marketing listings, whether they're your own or not. This is always the differentiator, because we can all copy and paste a link and put it on Facebook and put 10 or 20 bucks a day and sometimes we get awesome results. But if you want consistent results, and I spoke to an agent down in Phoenix, Arizona about a month ago, and he said, Vince, I've been doing what you've been telling us for a couple months. And he said, what was really crazy is after a couple months, I started getting better seller lead quantity and quality because these people started to recognize my brand. Because I was doing it in the beginning, and I kept doing what you said to do, and I just get more and more, right? And lead quality is really important. I know you guys know what I'm talking about there. Let's see if I can get to the Shannon Pyatt thing one more time. And so anything we can do, I mean, I don't know how long you've been with us. We're adding new tools all the time, right? And our goal is, hey, how can we get more leads for our clients, right? And everybody likes leads, but everybody likes a really full, high quality lead. And we take a lot of input from you. If you're on our mastermind group, you will very frequently see people bring up ideas, and if we think they work, we will pull them. We'll pull it into the system, and it'll become a tool. So I wanted to point this one out one more time, and then I'm going to wrap up the call and thank everybody for your time here today. So this on July 23rd. I got a message and from Scott, because he had told, Shannon told him, he's like, hey, 90% of my new business is coming from dominating Facebook with L2L, right? And Shannon right here says, yeah, that sums it up. People are calling me just because they are seeing my ads everywhere on Facebook and social. It's like owning my own virtual farm As a matter of fact, I'm in the process of hiring a new buyer's agent. He's already got buyer's agents, guys. But I know this. I mean, he was talking to us months ago. He's already got it. He's already got buyer's agents. So he's staffing up. I got a call from a lady who just moved here, saw all my ads on Facebook and Instagram, followed my hashtags, learned more about me, and wants to work for the team interview. 90% of new business does not include my number one source of leads, which is repeat and referral. But that is the new traffic received. It's almost all coming from L2L. This system is a no-brainer. Okay, so learn this strategy, people. I can't state it enough. I see some more questions. I'm going to take your questions, and I'm going to put this thing up online. Excuse me. Dennis, it sounds like you got in late, because at the very beginning of this call, I showed you the new tool that is coming up on our system. So I'm going to put this video back up online here. Are you going to tell us about the new things coming out? Oh, really? Okay, so many of you missed this. What are the new tools? Let's go look one more time. Unless I lost it. Give me a second, people. I think I closed it. So it is on this call. It's on the first 5 minutes of this call. I'm going to wrap this up. And basically what it is it's a letter. One of our clients from Coldwell Banker Maplewood, the office manager, shared with us a letter. And it's simple. It's not rocket science. There's not a lot of math, nothing. It just says, hey, I've been in your area, and I've got some technology to help you get your home value. So as simple as it is, it seems that, you know, we're just going to make it simpler and have this letter installed in the system. So you'll see on the call here in just a little bit that you'll be able to click it, you'll be able to edit it, but we're telling everybody to get your own URL, right? So maybe it's a Lafayette home value URL, whatever it is, so that you can paste that URL in the letter, you can print it, and then tell GoDaddy to say, hey, anybody that goes to Lafayette home value, point them to my search all properties link. And that's what you got to do. So it is going to be on this video. I'm going to wrap up this call now. I'm going to get this video. This recording should be up online in about an hour, and I'll get it onto our Facebook mastermind group, and you can see the tool right there. I think it closed or something. Let's see if I got more questions. Can you show us again? I was on the beginning, but I didn't see it. No, I can't, because I can't pull it up. And because I'm running recording software, which is the same software that has that, you're going to have to get online and watch the video in just a few minutes. Okay, everybody, thanks so much for your time, and let us know if we can help you. If you have questions, this contact support page, put your question right in the middle of this page, because then we can see your codes, we can see your account, you can type in anything you want here, and we got 4 people watching this all week, okay? This is the fastest way of getting your answers, is this box in the center of this page. So thanks so much, everybody, and let us know if we can help you.